Hello friends, good evening one and all. Welcome to my new video on time management and productivity skills. Today we are going to discuss about our new topic on time management, that is time management itself, how to manage your time effectively and efficiently, how to improve your skills by properly managing your time. We will discuss some of the important tips and techniques we should follow in order to save our time and use our time productively. Let us start. So the first step in time management is Eisenhower Matrix. This is a kind of technique which is used by most people. So it consists of four quadrants. That is, you have to divide your things into four important parts. That is urgent, important, not urgent, and not important. So you have to in the first box you will divide this box into four quadrants. In the first quadrant you will get urgent and important things. So whatever the things you need to do by yourself, do it right now. So this comes under urgent and important things. Suppose if you don't pay your electricity bill today, this is the last day, you will get a power cut. Similarly, if you don't complete a job, it will give a loss of suppose 1 lakh, then you have to do it right now. So it has a greater impact, so you need to attend immediately right now without postponing it. So urgent and important things gives you a lot of pressure and tension, and you need to complete today itself without postponing it. So there is no time to plan for urgent and important things. The second quadrant comes is urgent but not important things. These are things which need to be completed, but that doesn't need your presence. So you can delegate these things to somebody else. Suppose if you want to pay your current bill, you can allot some other person who can pay your bill. You need not spend your time going there and paying. Nowadays online has come, it is not an issue, but earlier days it usually have. You should similarly, there are so many other things you can delegate to people who are your family members, maybe your team, maybe your subordinates in your office. You have to delegate them. So these important, not important and urgent things can be delegated to somebody. So next comes the third quadrant, which is very important in my sense. It is the most important quadrant for improving your productivity, for your growth, etc. It is called not urgent but important things. So these are the things we often neglect. So most of the things that comes under this quadrant are productivity habits like reading, journaling, exercise. Everything comes under this quadrant. These are most important things in our life. We have to do it in every day, but we neglect it. So we keep on postponing these things. But my dear friends, at a time will come when these important but not urgent things will get into important and urgent, then we will rush. Suppose we constantly keep neglecting our health, then one day we get hospitalized and we recognize it as urgent and important. So my dear friends, don't neglect this quadrant. Every day you have to spend at least a few hours on this quadrant. That is the works which comes under this quadrant. You should do at least 1 or 2 hours every day. So my dear friends, another important and the last and final is fourth quadrant is not urgent and not important things. These are need not require your attention. They can be totally delete from your time, or you can reduce it or totally avoid these things. Like these are examples, like you have to chatting, unnecessary chatting with friends or your colleagues, and social media, watching too much of social media, watching videos, watching cricket, movies, etc. All this comes under this quadrant. So if you don't watch all these things, if you avoid these things, you can save much time. and also they have less impact in your life. If you watch these, you will get some amount of dopamine. That means you can get some pleasure or entertainment, but whatever the things, important things, you are neglecting and doing these unimportant things. So my dear friends, you have to complete all the first three quadrants and then do if time remains, or if there are some time remains, then you can allocate some amount of time, very few minutes or few half an hour at least every day. You can for your dopamine effect. You can do these things. That means you can scroll your social media for getting your for relaxation or something like that. So these are the things, four important quadrants of Eisenhower Matrix. This is one of the important time management technique. The second one is Pomodoro Technique. Pomodoro Technique is nothing but working in breaks, taking some small breaks during the long time work. Our brain used to take some rest. Our brain needs some rest after a continuous working. So if at the start of any work, our brain will be in highest state. It will think in a highest condition. Your thinking will be in high state, and after that you will slowly get down. Your interest gets reduced, and your thinking gets reduced, and the time to complete your work or task will gets reduced over a period of time. Then you need to take some rest of 5 minutes or 10 minutes as per this technique. In Pomodoro Technique, there are you have to work for 25 minutes and take a 5-minute break, or you have to work for 50 minutes continuously and take 10-minute break. After 2 to 3 blocks, you can take half an hour break. So after doing 3 hours of work, you need to take a lunch break, like that. In between, you should not engage in social media or other things. You have to give rest to your brain. Actually, this time is for rest. You can go for a washroom or drink plenty of water, or you can take a tea or coffee if you have that habit, and you can refresh during this time and again come back and work with efficiency. So this is another important technique of time management. The third important technique is time blocking. Time blocking is the technique where you schedule your day according to your important things. You have to prioritize your work and give a specific block of your day to a particular work. After that period, you go to another work. Whether it is completed or not, you have to complete it. So time blocking is a good principle to manage time. Actually, there is a Parkinson's law where time will expand as per your work. Suppose if you want to complete a work in 5 hours, then the time will get expanded. Your work will get expanded in that 5 hours. Suppose you give a deadline to complete it in 3 hours, your mind will reset and you will in a rush to complete in 3 hours only. So this is an important thing that is called Parkinson's law. So you need to schedule your work accordingly, and that the schedule should be in as per Parkinson's law. That means you have to use your time effectively. That means give less time to every work, so that you work in a hurry, but don't compromise the quality of your work. You have to work with quality as well. So this is another important technique, that is time blocking or time scheduling. The final and last technique is to-do list. Preparing to-do list is one of the important effective time management technique. So whenever you want to work for things, you have to prepare the list of things you need to do. Without listing the things on a to-do list, you work randomly or according to others' choice. You don't work according to your choice. So you have to segregate what are the things to do and prioritize as per the importance and urgency, and you have to give the first importance, or you have to work on high priority works during the start of the day, because you are more energetic and active during the first hours of the day. So you have to complete the important task during the first hour of your day, and afterwards you dedicate less important tasks during the afternoon session or like that. In this way, you have to prioritize as per the to-do list. So my dear friends, these are all the techniques. Apart from these, there are so many other techniques you can follow. I will add these techniques in my future videos. Please subscribe my channel, like and share my videos. Thanks for watching one and all the best.